After a long week of working on site, I came home to a package, which is this one here. I've already opened it, but I haven't really checked out the contents just yet, so I thought I'd wait to do that with you. It's from Insight Editions, who are the company that also brought the DC Anatomy of a Metahuman book to us, which that alone is amazing. So if that's anything to go by, this is going to be a great box. So as you can see, most of the items are Superman themed. So let's take a bit of a closer look, and then I'll go into a bit more detail about each of the items and where you can get them from. So this one is a very small Daily Planet ruled pocket journal. We have a Supergirl Journal as well. Then we have a DC Superman pop-up card, which I'll open up in a second, which is 3D. We have a Daily Planet Deluxe book and 3D wood model. So that's pretty cool actually. I'm not very good at making things, but I'll definitely give this one a go. We have some of the wrapping out. DC Comics colouring book. Last but not least, a Fantastic Worlds book. And as you can see, this is quite hefty. So I will go into a bit more detail in a second, but just take a look at how thick the spine is. So I'm just going to go through all of the items that were in the box in a little bit more detail. You know, Christmas is coming up. As I mentioned before, all of the items are from Insight Editions. They were kind enough to send me this package to showcase some of their best super gift ideas. So here we go with the Daily Planet little journal. So you can see that the logo there is a little bit metallic. You can see the detail on there as well. So it's a ruled pocket journal. You can tell by the scale of my hand it's quite small, which, you know, it's nice to be able to carry around. It's kind of diary sized. I guess you could use it for a diary as well. So like I said there, you've got the ruled lines, and then on the insert as well you also have the Daily Planet logos all over work. So this you can get online for around $6.99. So it's quite reasonably priced, as are all of the items that I'm about to show you. So this one is the Supergirl Journal. It's ruled just like the other one, and it's a little bit bigger in size. You can get this one for $18.95, which is around about £15 in the UK. So you can see it's a good size there. And if you've watched the TV program, you can see the similarities in the costume. So it's based off Supergirl's costume in the program, so you can see the metallic and the detail, and it's absolutely stunning. So if we open that one up, you also have images from the TV program itself on the front and also in the back. As you can see there, that one's probably my favourite one. You also have another little image there as well. Now this one is probably one of my favourite items in the box. It's just really quirky, and I love things like this because it kind of looks like it's been, you know, homemade. It's by Insight Editions, but a sort of a sister company, if you will. So they're called Popcraft. And this one says, "Just wanted to let you know you're my Superman." So you can see the 3D effect there. And it really does stand out, and the detail is amazing as well, even on Superman, because you know when things go into sort of smaller details, they kind of miss out some of the finer details, but that really is not missed on here. So you can see the buildings, the Daily Planet there as well. It's just great. So if this one I can't find on the website just yet, but if the other ones are anything to go by, it's going to be priced between $11.99 and $14.99. And they also have a wider selection of Batman and Game of Thrones and things like that, and Harry Potter. So yeah, this is probably one of my favourite items. It's just something that you don't really get that often. I've never seen this before. I've seen Superman cards, but definitely not 3D ones. So this is another one that's not on the website yet, but priced between $9.99 and I think $20. but it depends on the size. So based on the other ones, this is one of the smaller ones as well, but I could be wrong. So as you can see, this kind of part slides out. It's hard to do with one hand. And that's got all the wooden pieces in there for you to build the figure. And you can see some of the other ranges that they've got there as well. So again, this is a sister company of Insight Editions. This is called Incredibles. They have, again, a vast range, so it's not just Superman, it's not just DC. They have Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, like you can see on the back there, they've got the animals as well. But of course, as always, I'm going to focus on the Superman. So the book itself is by Matthew K. Manning. You can see the spine there as well. And this is the back, which shows what the figure's going to look like once it's done. So they kind of encourage you to build it and colour it in, actually, which is quite a nice touch, which I guess you just paint it gold. So let's just take a little look through. I won't go through every page, obviously, because, you know, you've got to leave a little bit to the imagination. But there's great artwork in there. You know, you've got some iconic scenes from the golden age of Superman. You know, the first ever issues, the iconic issues there. Silver Age. Again, great covers. Bronze Age. Modern Age. You know, you've got a little bit of everything there. So it just goes through the history of Superman. And then we have this DC Comics colouring book. Now, colouring books have been all the rage recently, and although they're not aimed at kids anymore, this is aimed at sort of every age. So you can be a child, you can be a DC fan, fully grown, and still enjoy this. So this is priced at $15.99. Although it's not just Superman's of course on the cover, it features all of the DC Comics, so characters. So, you know, you have, it's quite hard to do with one hand, but you know, you have Batman, so it's not just for a fan that has one particular superhero that they like. You know, this could be for anybody. The Justice League, the Titans, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Justice League of America, Superman, Justice League, Catwoman, you know, Wonder Woman. You have literally everything. The Flash, you have the heroes, you have the villains. It's just a great little colouring book, and there are so many pages. This is actually a lot thicker than I thought. So, you know, you'd have hours and hours, and probably days worth of colouring in there. So that's a great way to pass any time, especially over Christmas. And like I said, perfect for any age. Just the detail in some of these are absolutely incredible. You know, once you've coloured them in, you can take them out, you can frame them, you know, keep them as a souvenir. All sorts. And you have a few covers at the back there, which are amazing. Bits coloured in, you know, give you a bit of inspiration. And some of these covers that are featured in the back here are actually featured in the book itself, so you can either copy the colours or you can do your own take. It's completely up to you. And last but certainly not least is this Fantastic Worlds book, which is the art of William Stout. So if you just look at it, you can see how hefty it is. It's actually really heavy to pick up, and you know, that just proves how much artwork is in here. This one is priced at $75, which, yes, it is pricey, but for what you get, it's totally worth it. Now, like I said, I wasn't particularly familiar with the work of William Stout, but you know, I do. As soon as I opened this, there's so many characters and drawings and artwork that I recognise. So you have King Kong here, monsters. I'm not going to go through every page because I'll be here forever, because there's so much. You know, you've got King Kong there. You know, the artwork's just incredible. It's so detailed. So detailed, and I'm so glad that I've gotten to know who this artist is, because like I said before, I've seen the artwork, I just didn't particularly know who it was by. The Mummy, Tales of the Crypt, Weird Trips, Rock and Roll Heart. You know, he's done so many different genres of art. Life of Brian. Now, as English folk, we love Monty Python, so this means a lot, and I most definitely recognise the artwork there. Here as well. it's just iconic. It's amazing how much work he's done. So it's, you know, it's crazy. What a career. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of it because I don't want to ruin it or spoil it, but it's just truly, truly incredible. Let's have a quick flick through so you can see. Yeah, this is perfect for any sort of art lover. If you have anybody in your life that's a Williams style fan, this is definitely the way to go. But, you know, like I said, it covers loads of different genres, so if you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of things like that, it's a perfect gift. But like I said, it's $75 and you most certainly get your money's worth. But I just wanted to say thank you to Insight Editions for sending me this and allowing me to share all of their new and upcoming items with you all. I hope some of these take a fancy and, you know, maybe go buy them for yourselves. But I'm very glad to add the Superman items to my collection, and I'm so glad that I have this book because I'm just going to spend hours and hours looking through all the artwork and trying to figure out where I recognise it from.